Right now, a lot of clients are experiencing high levels of fear and anxiety. And in addition to those difficult emotions, many may also experience guilt and self-criticism about their feelings. This, of course, makes the discomfort feel even worse. Dr. Richard Schwartz has an approach drawn from IFS, Internal Family Systems, where he can help a client take a more self-compassionate perspective to manage their fear and anxiety. Let's hear from him now.
Are there any strategies that you have for working with anxiety that you feel might be particularly relevant and useful during this global crisis?
Yeah, so this is a strange time. I've never experienced anything like it in my lifetime. And we have in our community a term we call tormentor, which relates to people generally who trigger you, who torment you, but they also teach you what you need to heal. So it's a tormentor with a hyphen between the tor and the mentor. And this time now is tormenting us, partly because of the anxiety and the loneliness, and it can be a teacher in the sense that it'll bring up the parts of us that we need to heal. So what I'm telling people and trying to do myself is actually notice what's coming up. And it's usually, in terms of the anxiety, it's these young, childlike parts of us that are stuck in scary places in the past when our survival was threatened. And so we're facing, potentially, at least for some of us who aren't privileged, survival issues again. And it's, again, an opportunity to go to those parts and listen to them and stay separate from them in what I call yourself. So you have compassion for those parts and hold them as you might a child who is scared. And you'll find that actually that can bring a lot of healing.
Yeah, I think we get a lot of messages too, like don't be scared, don't panic. And I'm wondering if you have any thoughts about that, because people are scared. And in some ways it's invalidating, in some ways it's not the most reassuring just to hear, like, don't feel the way you feel.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty standard in the United States. This is a rugged individualist country. And so whenever you're scared or you're really sad or you're hurt, the message is get over it, just move on, don't look back, all of that stuff. And so that's going to come across in a big way now. And it simply means you wind up what I call exiling these very scared parts of you if you succeed in doing that. And that's really not good for them. They feel even more abandoned now and scared. And then you get dominated by these protector parts that are trying to be strong all the time and become quite rigid, and if you succeed. Otherwise, the fear just gets bigger and overpowers you. So it's not a healthy message.
And lastly, any helpful practices to kind of hold our fear with compassion rather than kind of pretending it's not there?
Yeah, well, as I said, in IFS we have you, if I was working with you, I'd have you focus on the fear. Find it in your body. A lot of people find it in their gut or their heart. And notice how you feel toward it. And again, if you're imbued with the American burden of get over it, then you're likely annoyed by it, or you're trying your best to not think about it or feel it. So I would ask those parts of you to relax inside so you could open your heart to it. And a lot of people at that point would see themselves as a child. And I would have you approach that child and ultimately hug and comfort it as you would if it was one of your kids. And that child was scared. You wouldn't do that to your external kid. Tell them, just shut up and get out of here.
By focusing on the part that's afraid and asking the other parts to relax, a client can find a gentle way to manage their fears right in the moment. Additionally, this approach can help clients find a more compassionate, less judgmental perspective as they're navigating these tricky emotions. And that can be powerful for many of our clients in these trying times. Now we'd love to hear from you. What do you find most useful in helping clients manage fears, especially during this global pandemic? Please let us know by leaving a comment below, and thanks for watching.